Welcome to Smart Remarks. Ding dong, the witch is dead. And now comes the hard part. So here we are, day 3 after Osama bin Laden is dead. It's still the top story on all the news channels, online and on TV. Take a look at the screen cap from Yahoo News from earlier this morning. It's beginning to feel a little bit like that old Saturday Night Live routine of Generalissimo Francisco Franco still being dead. By the time you watch this video, the cable networks might have taken a step back or two, but I tend to doubt that. I think this continues to be the #1 story, still breaking, for at least a week, maybe even longer. The country's been psyched about all this for obvious reasons, and I gotta say, I've been a little wary of the story. You know, it's great, we got our man, and that shows we rock. America, freak yeah! But, you know, in the back of my mind, there's this memory of how we were lied into the war in Iraq, and there's this memory of the unraveled stories about Jessica Lynch and Pat Tillman, and about how we've basically been lied to about the economy for several years running now. And so let's just say this makes me a little reluctant to go freak yeah without seeing some actual proof. The government's talking about releasing some photos of the dead bin Laden. I think that would be a very, very good idea. But let's just say, okay, bin Laden is dead and gone. Good riddance. The question is, now what? It's not enough to fist pump and wave the flag. With bin Laden's death, we have ostensibly accomplished what we set out to accomplish in Afghanistan. It really is mission accomplished this time. So can we get out of Afghanistan, please? Earlier this week, Senator Richard Lugar of Indiana, a Republican, said that with bin Laden's death, quote, Afghanistan does not carry a strategic value that justifies 100,000 American troops and $100 billion per year cost, especially given current fiscal restraints. Yes and yes, and when you have Republicans lining up to say this, and more of them have, I think we can call this a nascent movement to dilute or reevaluate our footprint in Afghanistan and maybe the Mideast as a whole, because the reality is this country is broke. And if this country is broke, we can no longer be gallivanting all over the globe as we have been. For a long time, we've acted as if our fiscal problems were solely the result of domestic spending, but that's always been a lie. We spend more on our military than China, England, France, Russia, and the next 10 countries combined. And even if freedom requires us to fight them there so we don't have to fight them here, which was always a ludicrous rationale, the reality is we cannot afford this anymore. And so bin Laden's death may be a watershed moment for America in that it signifies the triumph not just of American arms, but also a downsizing of American arms. It's a historic turning point, but maybe in more ways than people realize.